I want to welcome everybody to this demonstration. Justice for Manila. We've been following this case over here with the Rock Squad for the last few months. So what I'm going to do at this time, I'm going to have Manila's mom just go over some things in the case that are new. All right. So if you all would just give your undivided attention to Taz, Manila's mom.
Okay, for starters, if everyone's been following the story, I had a premature baby back in 2022. I recently got some legal documents and I found some gruesome details in these legal documents. Whereas I feel like my civil case now should turn into a criminal case. And the reason I say this is because I'm finding out through legal documents. First off, I would like to start by saying the nurse, Erin Cooper, who placed the PICC line inside of Manila, was not qualified to do so. She failed to appropriately insert the PICC line. She failed to insert the PICC line under ultrasound guidance, which means she did not use the proper equipment to assist her doing this procedure. And not only that, she was not qualified. So that would be a good reason why she failed. She was not qualified to do so. Not only that, her supervisor supervised her placing this line inside of my daughter. Not only did he know he should have used the proper equipment and failed to do so, Erin, maybe she did not know because she was not qualified. But however, it wasn't done. Two, I find out that when a radiologist figured out that the PICC line was in the wrong position, it took over 8 hours for the attending physician. Her name is Dr. Lovegreen. It took her over 8 hours to have that PICC line removed, even though she was fully aware prior for 14 days up until that May 17th, the day they found the line in the wrong position, that my daughter was starving. She was not receiving the nutrition because the line was not in the right place. She was not receiving the proper medication because the line was not in the right place. And she was under respiratory distress, and she waited 8 more hours to help my daughter. She was already near death. Why would you wait 8 more hours instead of taking immediate action after you were told that it was in the wrong place and it was causing her severe respiratory distress? Last but not least, there was another physician. Her name is Karen Lazarus. I believe that's how you pronounce her last name. During those 8 hours, I'm assuming during those 8 hours, because the legal document states that Karen, fully aware that the PICC line was in the wrong place, continued to administer medication, other fluids, and nutrition into that line. And guys, it was all going, reading from a legal document, that medication, the nutrition, the fluid, it was all going into Manila's spine. The MRI showed fluid around Manila's spine back in May of 2022. There was fluid around her spine, her thoracic spine, compression of the cord, thinning of the cord in the upper thoracic spine. This all happened in May. June 3rd, we were told when we viewed her MRI, they didn't know why it was fluid around her spine. They didn't know what happened. But I have a legal document here, a nurse note, that states that this incident happened between May 2nd and May 17th. It says PCVC, which is a central line, PICC line, place 5-2, 517, found in wrong place to the back. My daughter was so severely injured that it showed on the outside of her back too. Her skin was burnt from shoulder blade to shoulder blade. Right now, this is a civil case. You guys think this should be a criminal case? Now, let me know. And that's all I have to say.
I want to thank you for coming up and updating us on Manila's case. Appreciate this super sticker, Lulu. And for those that are not familiar with Taz, she'd be in the chat, Tudor and Taz. So whenever you all see Tudor and Taz in the chat, this is Taz. And also make sure y'all go to Manila's story and give Taz and Manila's family y'all support, even if it's no more than sharing it to your social media platforms, because as I always say, sharing is caring. And the more shares that these demonstrations get, that these stories get, it get pushed into the algorithm. And then those that are responsible for the negligence, then that's when the pressure is put on them, because then they see, wow, this thing right here is being exposed and we don't need this type of attention on our facilities. So I want to thank you for coming on and updating us, Taz. Appreciate this super sticker, Trigger. And also, if anyone out there is in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, we will be having a press conference. What's the date of that press conference again, Taz?
The press conference will be March 3rd, assumingly 10:30 a.m. In Charlotte, North Carolina, right in front of the Children's Hospital, Atrium Health Levine's Children's Hospital.
And make sure y'all tap into me on Facebook for more information if you need more information. Any last words before we get out of here, Taz?
None other than, guys, we have to save our children and help me spread the word, because my daughter was innocent. Only thing she done was be born Black. So let's spread the word and save all the children.
All right. Thank you, Taz.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm sorry, Taz. And I'm just going to say what Shay has to say. I'm sorry, Taz. What was you saying?
No, I was saying good night.
Okay, good night. As Shay says, you always say advocate for somebody today and could be us or someone else we love tomorrow. And that's so true. You never know when it'll be your story that I have to cover. You never know when it will be your loved one or someone close to you. So salute everybody, and I'll see y'all on the next demonstration at 8 o'clock. I got a demonstration coming up at 8 o'clock. So make sure everybody pull up. All right. Welcome everybody to this demonstration. What does Shank Rock Films mean to the community? Well, Shank Rock Films is a place for people like you and I with a story to tell, with a story that needs to be exposed. Shank Rock Films is a place for that story to be told on. Unfortunately, platforms aren't able to get to everybody's story. And that's okay. That's fine. We want to thank those platforms that do bring us stories. We want to thank them for the stories that they do bring. Once again, my platform is all about the people with these stories that can't make it to these larger platforms. So, thanks to everybody that has been supporting me. I do have a lot of back stories that I need to get pushed out into the algorithm to make these stories go viral. I really need for you to share the stories. Now, people say, well, Shank, what is sharing going to do? Sharing is going to help push that story into the algorithm. I've been able to be on the team of some stories that have made it viral. How did they go viral? The shares. The shares, the shares, the shares. So I see a lot of people that visit my page. I see a lot of people that's in my stories. I see a lot of people that's in my friend suggestions, which lets me know that the people is watching Shank Rock Films. So now what I need the people to do, I need the people to share these stories. What stories, Shank Rock? Any stories that you see me put in the title, please share this story to help make go viral. Those are the stories that I need for you to help me make go viral. In LA right now, I have a story out here in LA that me and John Barnett is covering. And this story, and you'll hear about this story later on at the press conference, but this story is one of those stories that you be like, wow, they did him like that. I'll give y'all just a little peep on what this story is about. It's about a young man that has been incarcerated for 6 years, going on 7 years. His co-defendants have been to trial. His co-defendants beat the case. But this young man, after 6 years, going on 7 years, is still being detained with no bond. Make sure y'all stay tuned for Shank Rock Films press conference, Los Angeles, California. Salute everybody, and I appreciate all of the support that I have been getting. Salute everybody. Shank Rock is the wave of the future. The diagrams that I have up, where did this go wrong at?
Remember, we didn't know this happened to her.
Okay. But that's in the trial. There's nobody on a jury that's going to watch these tapes. He done did 7 to 8 different interviews and a book where he done bragged, talked about this stuff in details.
Around 3 o'clock that morning, I got random text messages, and it was just pictures of her and the other little girl. I thought it was strange.
Now, some of y'all might say, who is Shank Rock? Shank Rock is black media. Well, what is black media? Black media is all about allowing black people to be themselves first. It's not about race. It's not about religion. It's not about politics. It's about doing what's right. It's about holding those that needs to be held accountable to be held accountable.